This is what the whales pay for. Everybody, I mean, all these videos I see coming across my screen going, everybody's mad about level 100. Well, no, not everybody's mad. First of all,
the moon's a long way off. We might go
let's talk
hungry,
about the implementation.
At least we have plenty of time.
They have not implemented it yet. We don't know the full ramifications of what is going to happen yet.
Who designed it? Could you hook me up?
My caveats are that the overworld stuff needs to remain at defeatable at level 90. That's going to be the main concern, I think. And I really like their current trend of leaving the Primo rewards accessible for free-to-play. It's a little hard to do Stygian Onslaught, but you can always get help for the Prima Gem levels. I do believe that you can still
rise from the earth.
Yeah, you can get help for those. So the only thing, and we'll look here, we'll look in game for a minute. Let's see.
It was not until the funerary year that the primordial voice once again.
Yes, I apologize. It has been a while since I have streamed.
Whenever I get to take a break, I always want a snack.
Yeah, me too. Hush up. You're making me hungry. He has all the good snacks. Okay, so if we go over here to Stygian Onslaught, for an example, we're going to go over the things that whales have access to that free-to-play wouldn't. Okay. We'll take a look at that first. But I don't want anybody to overreact until we find out whether level 100 is going to be required for anything beyond accessible primos. You know, the plain rewards and any Prima Gems that are offered. Okay, so challenge rewards. Okay, so you see what's happening here. Okay, it does. There are two feathers. Okay, I was mistaken. These are, don't get me wrong, these are amazing. This feather enables you to re-roll a stat, basically. I don't think it lets you change the stat itself, but it lets you re-roll a stat off of your artifact. Okay, so, and, you know, 200k Mora and 10 Heroes Wit. Ha, big deal. These are like the biggie. Plus the hidden one that you can't see, which is the weapon skins, which are maybe temporary, may not be temporary. I don't know, there's been some various things going on with that, and then people, they still have their weapon skin. But yay, okay, it's cool and it's cosmetic, but not really important. These are nice, but when you are at the level of a whale, this is something. I mean, what else can you do, right? You're probably farming artifacts like no tomorrow, and this is a little extra bonus after all of that artifact farming to be able to roll to. So there's two things that we as free-to-play players can't get. I still say that hard is achievable even if you have to get help. Okay, and then let me show you. And let me go in here so you can see my results. Now, I have played less than a year. Less than a year. Okay, almost an entire year. I started, I think, 5.2. So it was after Natlan had started. No, that's right. 5.0, like, 2 minutes before 5.0 ended, because my husband got Kazuha and I didn't. And I was extremely, extremely sad. I had to wait till he came up on the Liwa Chronicled Wish. I'm sorry, Inazuma, you're right. sorry, Kazuha. Okay, so I said I'm free to play. Okay, I'm a little bit of a dolphin. We get battle pass most of the months, I think, since I started. We get the Welkin and the battle pass as a family, because let me tell you, playing a game like this that's so well done with so much content, and back when I started playing EverQuest, okay, 1998. I think it was $25 a month. It went up to $49 a month before I stopped playing, and that was before they went to a, like these pay to play concepts where it's free except if you want the new expansions and that kind of thing. So I was a subscription for a very long time, and then I played World of Warcraft when it first came out and played it for a number of years. Yeah, so I am used to, I have no problem returning $25 a month for a quality game like this. So that's my story. But even with free to play, maybe a few less characters here, but the primos are all the same, really, as far as your daily spend. Your resin. Your resin, because I don't buy any resin with my primos. It all goes toward characters. But you can see I got these 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Even this guy, oh my gosh, I got him at 20 seconds. You'll notice I don't have an Effa in these. It'd be fun if we have time later to pop an Effa in here and see what kind of damage we can do. Like switch Sherlonin for an Effa here. That would be a lot. So that covers Stygian Onslaught. What about... Oh, how do I get out of here now? Oh no! Let me out! Where's the exit? Okay, covering more about what is available to whales and or people who spend a little more that is not available to free-to-play players or very low spenders like I am. Okay, so we have Imaginarium Theater. They are going to be releasing another level. So, reward preview. Okay, as a free-to-play little teeny-weeny dolphin spender, getting the first 6, I guess is that the easy one? Not difficult. I think 9 and 10 are only available in visionary mode. I've done hard mode once where I happen to have enough characters. This time I don't have any dendros. In fact, we're going to work on ascending a couple of characters today. This is something obviously you can work toward. And my daughter, who has played for another year, but was completely free to play until I started playing last year, and I forced her, twisted her arm to take Welkin and sometimes a battle pass. So I convinced her, the whole subscription concept, and it's worth it to pay for a game like this, especially since we're enjoying it so much and using it so much. Even this, after a little while, you can do Visionary as a free-to-play player. Now, when they add an additional level, let's see, what are we doing here? Let me see. I did qualify for Visionary last month. Let me tell you, it kicked my butt. All right, the same thing with Stygian Onslaught. You can see that I had 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 22 seconds. I go in the next level. Yeah, I think I got one of the bosses when I actually had a good team for. I got one of the bosses down to 50%. It was like, that was it, man. And the rest of them was just, oh yeah, okay. I sneezed at him and that was pretty much it. And I was toast. So I had enough characters to do this, but yeah, it totally owned me. So I'm kind of hovering between normal and hard most of the time. But if they introduce a new level, I'm hoping that it stays with the trend and there won't be any primogems involved. And I think that just kind of makes sense. Okay, now, regarding the Abyss, I don't think, will it let me zone to the Abyss out of here? As a free-to-play, I have never 36 starred Abyss. Remember, I'm not even a year. Let's see. Doop. Okay, reward. Okay. I think I've gotten... And I have completed through Chamber 3 once. The problem is, ever since I got Neuvillette, they have basically crippled almost every abyss since then that won't allow me to use Hydro DPS in one side, or usually both sides. Floor 11, I got where I was clearing it a couple months ago, but let me tell you this. The Scoffier basically helped me with my Risley team to get this through, and then a little bit of floor 12. But let me tell you, this still kicks my butt sometimes. And I've never gotten full stars. I think I've gotten 26 at the most. So, you know, I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm continuing to improve. I'm improving my account. I'm farming more artifacts. You know, leveling up my characters and whatnot. So, let's go back to the Nod Cry video and speak about this just a little bit more. So that's why I'm saying that as long as they don't try to come up with something crazy in the overworld, like overworld bosses, you know, weekly bosses we can get help with, of course. We can always join a crowd, co-op, whatever it is. As long as they don't make level 100 a requirement for the overworld, then, or, you know, like what we expect. The Abyss as it stands now.
Thank you.
Try not to make it level 100 as a requirement to get the Prima Gems offered as rewards. Make it an extra on top of it, and then I'm cool with that. So we don't, as long as they don't change anything like that, we don't need level 100 characters to clear content. And what their prediction is... Alright, I was looking for my mute button. And I messed up my document at the same time. Woohoo! So...
You wish to hear a story
the prediction is level 100 will
that
create
begins long ago.
Now this is if the scaling is the same. It'll create a 5 to 7% damage bonus. I don't think it was 7%. I think it was 5 to 7% based on the type of character and how it scales. So 5 to 7% damage. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not like everything. It's like what another constellation might do on only some characters. And remember, there's some characters that we don't even level to 90 because it's really not that worth. It's not worth it because they don't scale what they need
might go hungry,
when they're leveling
at
their
least we have plenty of
leveling their levels. Or a 40% reaction damage bonus. That still isn't proven. Okay, that's how it's scaled from 80 to 90, but they don't have to necessarily implement that from 90 to 100. So that's still up in the air. We don't know what that is. But even so, I discussed already how
there was no boundary between life and death.
And said it's not been implemented yet. Let's not put the cart before the horse. We've got
countless beings.
Time to figure out how they're going to implement that. I mean, you know, they're going to be whales pulling level 100s that first day. We're going to see DC Whip and
made 3 moons
this pro posting
from the
videos of their level 100 characters, busting the snot out of some abyss. You know. So, and finally, okay, this is really important.
That the primordial voice once
the whales are what bring in the
cried
income.
out in
I mean,
darkness.
Genshin Impact is a business. They have to be.
My lady.
Because that's what gives us the content that we love as a free-to-play or almost free-to-play.
Futile rebellion.
That's what pays for all of these incredible voice actors, the incredible animation.
Loyal emissary.
And you know, we
and
get
scion
things
of
like
Hyperborea.
this.
Beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above.
Like this, okay? This is what the whales pay for, all right? So when I think nothing burns me more than having own physical product businesses, all right? I always offered a freebie in with my products, my orders. Nothing burned me more than people complaining about the free item. Unless it was broken, of course, then I'll replace it. But you don't complain about the free stuff. That's just, I don't know, that's just really not classic. So, because of the whales, this might be a little loud. Where's my volume? Because of the whales, we get to see things like this with vocalists like Aurora, the London Symphony Orchestra doing all of their orchestral pieces. And this is just a little piece of what that money goes to do. So yeah, I am perfectly happy with making sure that the whales are taken care of. They get some special things to allow them to continue to spend money, because if you heard on the live stream, yeah, they want this to be a long-term game. They want it to last 10 years, 20 years, and in order to do that, they have to have a way to make money. So far, I am happy with the game. Yeah, I get sad like everybody else when I lose my 50-50 or I just don't have enough primos to get what I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss a little bit of Flins.